everyone, it's my DB14, welcome to a brand new video. So today, not only is it a new video, but it's a brand new series, a weekly series I plan to bring to you. Weekly. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever Creator-Rator. Maybe that intro needs a bit of work. In the Creator-Rator, I'll be looking through all sorts of channels. Big channels, small channels, great channels, not so great channels, and I'll be rating them based on 5 different categories. First is appeal, their channel art, their profile picture, their thumbnails, their titles, that kind of thing, the stuff that draws you in. Second is consistency, how often they upload. Do they have a schedule? Very important for a content creator to put stuff out consistently. 3, quality. Obviously, I won't be looking at every single video on the channel. However, I've come up with a good solution to this. So I'll be watching the most recent as of recording. I'll be watching the most viewed as of recording. And I'll also be watching a video kind of in between there. Maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, depending on how often they upload. Fourth is creativity. How diverse is their content? How many new ideas are they bringing to the table? And fifth and finally is the character. Does the actual persona of this person draw you in? Are they a good person? Are they a bad person? This is more dependent on whether I find them entertaining. Each category is out of 10. So in total, that's 50 points. However, perhaps I will be doing bonus points just for the fun of it, you know. Just for the fun of it, for different categories and whatnot. Let's get into this. So today, as you can clearly tell, we're doing Ian Moore. Now before I hop into it, we're doing Ian Moore for a very specific reason. This video right here is coming out on the 3rd of February, and I'm dropping a diss track on Ian Moore on the 4th of February. Yes, I know. Within 24 hours of this video being uploaded, you guys will get a diss track. 5 PM, Thursday, the 4th of February. Stick around because it's incredible and I'm very proud of it. So I wanted to start off with Ian Moore because we've got a little, well, not much history obviously, but I know his channel. I've been through, I know all the stuff. This is not a personal vendetta thing. This has nothing to do with the beef. This has nothing to do with allegations. I couldn't care less. This is about the actual format of the channel itself, to see what I think of it personally. If I was just an unbiased opinion, how I would rank it. I need to clarify before we start that I'm not comparing these to my channel at all. I know that my channel wouldn't necessarily do that great in here, but this is more just a general overview of what I've seen on YouTube, with 5 in each category and 25 overall being probably roughly average for me. So in terms of appeal, the banner, the profile picture, I don't mind them. I don't mind them. To me, they don't draw you in, but when I see this profile picture, I recognize it's Ian Moore. Maybe it's because I've seen it loads, but I'm not too worried about that. I'd probably, if it was just based on this, I'd probably maybe give it a 4 or 5. There's nothing too incredible about it, but it's not bad at all. However, the titles, the thumbnails just don't appeal to me. I don't really get the style. Most of the titles are pretty much identical. It's kind of King Ian chilling, King Ian eating, King Ian eating dinner part 1, part 2, etc. There's nothing really setting it alight, especially of recent. There's no like name dropping, there's nothing too appealing. If I didn't know who Ian Moore was, I'd certainly have no interest in watching any of these videos. When you look at the thumbnails as well, they're all very samey, which I respect. I don't want to say it's an artistic choice, but the thumbnails are consistent, let's say. However, they're not quite appealing to me. So overall, I'd rate appeal a 2 out of 10. It sounds a bit harsh, but to me, the titles, the thumbnails, they're not really it. Consistency is probably where Ian Moore thrives the most. He streams a lot. I kind of have a lot of respect for it. In terms of things here, he seems to be uploading or streaming kind of every day nearly. Maybe a couple of days missed here and there. So overall, I'd say in terms of just consistency, as in just how regularly they upload, that's probably an 8 or 9. However, I'm going to have to draw that back very slightly because there doesn't seem to be a schedule to these. He seems to kind of stream maybe a couple of days, then he'll stop for a few days, or he'll stop for 1 day. There's no real schedule to how he streams. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. In a purely factual and numbers base, I'm going to have to go for a 7 here because it's good. It's above average, the amount he uploads and the consistency which he performs at. He's slightly off with maybe a schedule. Keep doing what you're doing. It's obviously working in consistency. Quality is the big one. This is certainly the big one. Now, for his most recent video, we have King Ian eating his dinner.
I love chow mein.
Now, it's not personally my content, this most recent one. I don't really get it. However, it is certainly a thing that happens. It's certainly a thing that can get views. I definitely wouldn't watch it all the way through, don't get me wrong, on just a regular day. This video itself, it'd be hard to rank it lower than a 3. There's nothing too offensive, there's nothing too bad about it. It's not my cup of tea. but I know some people out there that do appreciate the kind of mukbang kind of stuff. Next up is the most viewed video. This is a warning to Callum's Corner. 32,000 views. Fair play.
Eat all that, even though by looking at you, you skinny rake, you probably need to eat and build up a bit of weight. As I say, I've seen more meat on a chicken skewer. I've even seen more meat in a quarter pounder burger than looking at yourself. So yeah, I'm a real man. I'm a king of YouTube now. I will take your position, and yeah. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. Here we're going to be doing a reaction to Callum Does the Internet.
This video quite surprised me because it's actually edited half decent. For example, he's got the background music, he's got the overlays, he's even got a bit of zoom and pan and whatnot. I kind of respect it. Going just off this video, I have to admit that a lot of the points he made, listen, I don't agree with them. I don't get the beef that he has with Callum's Corner. However, in terms of just video quality, it's not bad. I'd have to say it's probably a solid 4 or 5. Listen, it's not overly engaging for me, but it's a good length. It's okay. I'd say it's an average 4 or 5. There's nothing too bad about it. Then I thought to kind of go in between, what he does a lot is he streams. So I hopped on a 4-hour stream. I didn't watch it all. If that's a problem, take it out with my lawyer. When I tell you I couldn't get through this, I couldn't get through this.
I love my hoodie. It's not loud, it's hardly up. Excuse me. Yeah, after having 4 hours sleep after doing a massive live.
I can't get overly excited about the Ian Moore streams. It's him dropping a little bit of tea at the start, a little bit of beef at the very start normally. Then he just delves into either eating, drinking, or just doing weird stuff for the chat. Again, it's not my cup of tea, and I don't think it's many people's cup of tea. I would genuinely rank this a 1 or a 2. I don't get the streams, I don't really understand. I feel like he needs to add something to them, add some graphics, add a reaction camera, add something like that. Listen, I'm not a streamer yet, tomorrow, but I feel like you need to add some. I know he's got a lot of good interaction. I don't get it. A lot of his chat is just spam, and overall for quality, I'd give him a solid 3. I think that's fair. I see some appealing stuff, but overall it's just not for me. Creativity. Much like I said in Appeal, everything is kind of the same. To me, he doesn't bring any new ideas to the table at all. In terms of diversity of his content, again, it is just live streams, King Ian Ian. That's kind of it. If that's what you want to do, that's fine, but just know that I will rate you as a 2 on the creativity scale. Finally, we're talking about character. Now, this is an interesting one because when I first thought of character, I thought, okay, I'll give Ian Moore a 1 or a 2. Then it kind of clicked with me that due to being such a controversial and interesting figure, that would not be doing him justice. So character is not whether I like the person or I don't. It's how appealing this person is to a viewership. How even controversial they are. How much they bring people in. For example, a Jake Paul would have a very high score. I personally don't like him and I wouldn't watch his content. However, I understand that he is a very good entertainer. Ian Moore is not that. His toxicness, his controversy, all of that kind of mix in. And if I'm honest, he's not a terrible character. Well, he is a terrible character. He can bring people in. That's why he's been blowing up as of recent. And I kind of have to respect that. I'm not going to give him a 5 because, again, his character is incredibly toxic and not great. But I feel like a 4 is reasonable. It's below average. However, it does give him the credit for his controversy, his toxicness, which I wouldn't promote, but you got to do your thing, I suppose, to grow. Before I hop on to the final score, I'm going to give you guys a bonus point. Well, I'm not really, because we're going to be talking about fan base. Now, fan base for him is incredibly toxic. They spam his stream chats, they constantly downvote his videos, and the ones that do like and support him go off and they're toxic to other people, and they downvote and they report and they get rid of channels. He has a lot of sway over these people. For that, I'm giving him a -3. Oh yeah. So overall, on the Ian Moore score, let's get the graphic up. Let's get the graphic up. Ian Moore is currently in first place because we've had no one else. But Ian Moore is on 15 points out of 50. It's going to be a tough one to beat, but I'm sure the person next week is they're probably gonna do it, if I'm honest. It's Callum's Corner. I'm gonna do Callum's Corner next week, okay? In conclusion, I think that Ian Moore is not a great channel. I don't think he brings enough to the table. I don't think he diversifies enough. I don't think his quality is necessarily enough. However, due to him being a toxic and controversial figure and streaming and uploading so regularly, he's doing well, and I almost half respect it. So, fair play to Ian Moore. If I was him, with the fan base he's built, I'd take a step back from all the toxic, all the beef, and all the drama, and focus on the mukbang kind of stuff. maybe do some food reviews. There's some interesting bases and foundations he's built there. If he does happen to switch around, I'll happily come back and I'd happily rectify on this score. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me a rating in below. It will genuinely be interesting to see what you guys think, whether you vote him 15 or you vote him less. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do like and subscribe. But don't forget to watch the music video coming out 5 p.m. tomorrow and check out the stream afterwards. So yeah, thank you guys and see ya.
Stupid bitch.